La samba! Woo! All right, so real quick, while they're changing and we're moving on with the evening, we want to again thank our sponsors. And our sponsors are the Contessa and the Earl of Great Fox Animal Hospital. Thank you again for that release. That was really unexpected. And then also the Marquis, Fulton Bank, Brian Mickle. Yay. And then also our Diamond sponsorship this year. And this is all for the gala. This is all to help the gala move forward and raise money. And we thank you so much. The Diamond of the season is Intuitive Services Insight. And that is Maryann Kelly. And Maryann Kelly is going to speak a little bit about what she does and her services. So while we're waiting for our professionals to change, we'd like to invite Maryann Kelly up onto the floor.
Woo! Go Maryann!
Hi, good evening. So as Jean introduced me, thank you. So Intuitive Services Insight is my company. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my journey and interaction with ballroom dancing for a better you and the team, which will explain why I am so honored to be the diamond sponsor of this gala. How I came to know the amazing people at ballroom dancing for a better you ended up being a most unexpected catalyst and catapulted me into both an entirely unexpected second career and the happiest chapter of my life. Also, I had a question as I was experiencing ballroom dancing for a better you and the La Pierre Ballroom. What is this thing called energy got to do with what I'm observing? Because I saw how instantaneously Jane and his team could meet and greet a new student as part of ballroom dancing for a better you, who may initially have a lot of fear and trepidation. And literally within seconds, I witnessed this over and over and over again. This calm confidence would come over that student, and joy would emerge. So this is one of the primary reasons that I'm honored to be a sponsor. And not only did I witness that, but I also witnessed over and over again that the students of part of ballroom dancing for a better you developed new skills and confidence and daily living skills that were sustained and improved upon week after week, month after month, and year after year. And concurrently, at the same time, I was taking ballroom dance lessons. And I had no dance experience, I never did a sport, and I'm standing still waiting for the lead from Jean or Jonathan because I really didn't know what to do. And at that point in time, as I was still and my mind was still, all this other new information started coming in, and I wasn't really quite sure what was happening or what to do with it. And it was really like a new kind of energy. I call it the language of energy, I call it intuition. And what I found, because I'm kind of a math person, I spent a lot of my career in IT and finance, and to me the equations make sense. And what I found was that when metaphysics, which is where science meets philosophy, plus neuroplasticity intersect, my intuition exploded in the most positive and fun way. And neuroplasticity is also what I was observing that Jean and his team were doing with those individuals associated with ballroom dancing for a better you. Neuroplasticity is when we as humans can have our brains form new neural pathways. And new neural pathways were being formed in these individuals so that they could develop and sustain new daily living skills and experience joy. So I would never have called myself a woo-woo kind of person. However, over the last 10 years or so, as I developed my own business, and I've had the honor and privilege of working with actually several of you here as my clients, which I'm very grateful for. Your intuition is something that I didn't really understand until this more recent chapter of my life, but it really is an energy source that you have access to 7 by 24 by 365, and it is there to help you. It guides me every day, every moment, towards the positive and away from the negative. So I invite you to try to tune into that because it is your own natural resource, and it's the best data plan ever. If you're looking at data plans compared to Verizon and all the other carriers out there, this is your own, and this is available to you again all the time. In my business, I help others leverage their intuition to gain insights into patterns that they want to develop or patterns that they want to break. And over time, I actually became the skeptic that turned champion because I didn't believe in any of this stuff previously. But I was so intrigued that I really had to learn how to harness this intuition, this energy thing, and leverage it to help myself and possibly help others. Because I witnessed firsthand over and over and over again how Gene and his team, they leverage energy in their gift of dance to help others with special needs. Fast forward is that I walked away from being at the top of my corporate game in IT and finance, and I turned down a C-level position, and I had gone from market-driven metrics and meetings into metaphysics and being a global medium and a mentor. What I learned from Ballroom Dancing for Better You is that there are alternative, profound currencies of fulfillment and happiness. Now back to Ballroom Dancing for a Better You. What you may not know is that during the initial days of COVID, when many businesses had to close, is that Gene and his team, on their own time and their own dime, went from driveway to driveway, visiting people, keeping that social distance, but making sure that no one felt forgotten. That's a continuity that I certainly respect and cherish. The other thing that I found during COVID is that when applications became available through the government to apply for loans so that you could stay open or so that businesses could actually survive, I said to Gene, I spent 33 years in IT and finance, do you want me to kind of help out with the submission of those applications because I'm a little more familiar with it? And he said, yeah, sure. So as I began to gather the information that I needed to sit down and work with Gene to do that, I said, I must not have the final copy because I'm seeing zeros here for cost claims where I know that Gene and his team go out to several sites to help people on a regular basis. And I'm not seeing anything for gas and tolls. I'm not seeing anything for Gene and all the time and all the years that he has spent. And so I said, hey Gene, can you give me the more current copy? And he said, oh, I don't charge the charity for that. That simply. I don't charge the charity for any of that. So if you have any doubt about where your money's going when you're contributing to this amazing charity, know that it's all going to the people with special needs to provide services. Because for all these years, Gene has kept nothing for himself. Say that in my corporate career, I have had responsibilities for up to an $11 billion portfolio impact, and I've seen a lot of investments. But I know that there's absolutely no greater investment return that I can make than sponsoring Ballroom Dancing for a Better You, because there's no greater contribution that can be made other than the selfless dedication to improving the human condition of all without prejudice and with inclusivity, truly personified. Where all are not only welcomed, but literally embraced. The palpable and practical benefits of energy and metaphysics, where science meets philosophy, can best be experienced when there is love, and unconditional love abounds with Ballroom Dancing for a Better You. Please donate to support this wonderful charity, and if you would like to understand more about what I do in my business, you're welcome to visit my website, intuitiveservicesinsight.com. And thank you for the honor and the delight of being with you here this evening.
Let's have a nice round of applause for Maryann and all the people. Thank you, Maryann. Are we ready to see some more dancing?